What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Welcome back to episode 2 of Stick to the Point. So, we got a special guest today, committed to Milligan University, 1,000 point scorer, two-time All Conference in the Southwestern Conference. Man, this guy had an amazing season. Number one in conference and threes made, Southwestern Conference Player of the Year. The accolades go long, man, and this guy is really good. So, we got a special player to my left. I got Ahmari Hicks, man.
Thanks for having me today, man.
Yeah, it's good to have you today, man. I appreciate you hopping on the show.
Yes, sir.
So, quickly, I'm gonna ask you one quick thing. We're gonna get right into it. So, as a freshman, take me through your thoughts of walking in, seeing a varsity program, trying to just leave your mark on a program, and how did it feel to be a part of the East Met program for the first time?
It felt amazing. Going there, we had a new coach come in, Chris Wilson. He
Got you.
was just trying to revamp the whole program, and he felt like we could help him with that. So, just coming in, we knew like we had to go in there, work hard, and have our mind focused to go and practice every single day, work hard, compete to have a productive and great season.
That's good, man. It's always good to hear a freshman out there. That answer right now, that's exactly what you guys need to do. Looking going into your first year. So, you mentioned Coach Wilson. So obviously he didn't stay there that long. Coach Buzzer and Coach Grip come in. How was it with them coming in? So you started off right on JV as a freshman.
Right.
So take me through that, and when did you finally, get the call up to varsity?
Yeah, so Coach Gripper was my AAU coach before I ended up attending East Mecklenburg.
Got you.
Um, Going into JV, he helped me a lot, and he just told me that I have to be confident and be aggressive coming in
Confidence is key.
as my in my ninth grade year. So after that, uh, I just talked to Coach Buzz one day because we was low on guys, and he told me that I was playing up for one game,
That's
and I
crazy.
ended up doing decent. I only had like 3 points, but I gave him good minutes, and he was just shocked on how poised I was, and then it just went from there. I was on varsity for the rest of the year.
That's a great story, man. Just getting moved up. Um, that's and you poise. You mentioned poise.
Yes, sir.
How would you say being poised? How is that so, vital for the game? Like how's it being poised? How does that help you, elevate yourself when you're playing as like a younger player looking to make your mark on varsity?
The game is like so many ups and downs. Like you can only be like poised with it. Like you can't let it um, get you too high where you're showing your emotions, doing
Right.
all this crazy stuff and getting texts. But you
Yeah.
gotta, you
Getting
gotta,
text is crazy. That shit that you sent right back to JV.
but you also gotta be competitive. Like so, you just gotta find that balance, and I feel like I did a good job with
Kind of
that.
found your role a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you. All right. So during that course of the time, you everybody comes to like confidence. You got to get your confidence, especially on that varsity level.
Mhm.
When do you say you really got your confidence, and when do you see that biggest jump in your game, and then say that feeling like I've arrived, like I can do this and I can get to the next level as well?
I'll say my freshman year going into my sophomore year. Over the summer, Coach Chris Wilson really encouraged me to like take upon a bigger role for the team because we needed it. We lost two seniors, I think.
That's huge, yeah.
That was
Especially their starters or key
yeah,
guys.
that was bringing great big points. So he just encouraged me, and I took on the challenge. I worked hard over the summer and just try really hard to have a skill that I can translate into the game, and that was shooting for me. So that's kind of what happened that year.
So you mentioned your shooting ability. Would you say that's your strong suit of your game? Like what? How did you really realize like, damn, I can really shoot the damn ball?
Yeah, so over that year, 2022, ninth grade to 10th grade, me and my trainer Troy, we just really worked on
Troy, yeah,
uh,
no Troy.
yeah, we really just worked on shooting and having a different mindset. Chris
Yeah,
Wilson, he told me that my open can't be other guys' open,
right.
and I have to be able to shoot the ball no matter if I'm contested or not. And that kind of stuck with me, and that's what I went for with throughout that summer.
Hearing that from a coach will give you a lot of confidence
Exactly,
because it's like, wow, like you really believe in me to shoot this ball.
exactly,
So it's like
exactly.
to hear that. If I would have heard that, or a lot of you guys out there, if you would have heard, a lot of guys have confidence. For the ones who don't, that type of confidence, like coaches, like out there who are listening, giving instilling that into your players. Because now this guy, we fast forward. This guy, is you've led the state or the conference in threes made these past 2 to 3 seasons. So that's huge. Like, and then just your approach is shooting. Like, half the game they say is all mental or
Right.
whatever it is. So
Right.
that's huge.
Yep.
Um, take me into that COVID season. I know that was a weird year.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
take me. How many games did y'all even play?
That COVID season, it was like 10.
10 games is crazy.
Yeah, 10 games is crazy.
That's weird.
So yeah, the team definitely we struggled to try to get any type of consistency and momentum because we didn't play that many games. So
Do you guys have to wear a mask?
yeah, we had to wear masks.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
wearing masks was crazy. I tried to.
I it
We
was
did that.
chin down though, like
Chin down. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the whole
So
time.
so when I was in, so like when I played at my first school, like during that COVID time,
Mhm.
one we had to get tested like crazy. So it
Right.
was like we had to get tested
Dang.
every day, the nose, mouth swab, like all type of crazy
Ah,
stuff.
that's
And if
trash.
one person popped, it was like you were done. Like we couldn't play. Practice was canceled.
Wow.
Like yeah, it was wild, man.
Wow.
So I mean, then you play on the court, and then you have to have your mask on the sidelines,
Hmm.
and then when you play, you can take it off. But as soon as you came back, you had to put your mask back on. I thought that was the stupidest thing. I'm like, bro, we already done got tested. Like if they got COVID, we shouldn't even be here at this
Right.
point. Like that's crazy.
Right. Thank God that's over.
Yeah, facts. Oh God, please don't let that come back.
Please.
So you mentioned Coach Grip. Shout out to Coach Grip, by the way.
Shout
Happy
out to
birthday,
Coach
my
Grip.
man.
Yep.
You know what
40,
I'm saying?
40
You 40,
ball.
you getting old. You at the beach, enjoy your fam.
For real.
If you with your fam, hey, go to that Blueberry Grill. I told you that good pancakes. I'm telling you. But anyways, so you mentioned Coach Grip and him being an AAU. So me knowing you on a personal level, I know you went through some injury
Yes.
right during the crunch of your recruiting.
Yep. Ooh.
Um, how was that mentally, knowing you worked so hard to get up to this point, and just feel like, you may have some doubts, like, dang, will I play college basketball?
Right.
Why God is it getting taken away from me? Like, what type of thoughts were you having during that time, and how did it make you feel?
So one thing that I was glad about was that I had a pretty good showing that June.
Mm,
I didn't really have any looks, but I felt like I could have sent emails and sent that film out, and they
right,
probably talked to me.
right.
But that July was like the last month for AAU, and that was very heartbreaking to not be a part of. Um, it was hard, like that whole month, like not being able to play, like
Work
that
out, probably anything.
workout, nothing. I tried. I just iced and I lifted a lot and
Yeah,
I'll shoot free throws, but that's it. That whole July, like, and further on after that, I never took uh, advantage of being on the court. Like I
yeah.
will always appreciate that feeling.
Yeah, because when it gets taken away, man, it's very tough.
It's
When
real.
you're on the outside looking in, like
Yeah.
it's just you see everybody playing, and you wish you were out there. So,
Right.
so what specifically was your ankle? It was like, was it sprained? Did
Yeah.
you like, was it a break or fracture? What was that?
It
Take me
was a
there.
high ankle sprain.
Oh, those are the
I
worst.
never had that before, so
Yeah,
I didn't know what to expect. It was the last day of what was it? The last day of live period.
a team
So
camp wise.
team camp
Oh,
live
that would have made
period.
me so mad.
So and like it was coaches there. It was just crazy,
Oh
man.
yeah.
For real, like I was just hurt, but it is what it is, and I'm happy where I am now.
Good point. I'm glad you said that. So I want you to say. So I know. So for those who if you paid attention in the pre-intros when I was introducing this guy, I said he was committed to Milligan.
Sir.
If I didn't, that's on me. But yes, he's going to Milligan University on full scholarship. So so during that July, some schools may have reached out, some didn't. So take me to some of the schools who were recruiting you. Um, that part, if you felt like if you should have waited to after your senior year
Hmm.
for those bigger schools, and what led you to committing to Milligan and ultimately pulling the trigger on just saying, "Hey man, I'm about to take the offers I got.
Right.
They're showing me the most love, full ride, like the way this era works nowadays with transfer portal,
Right.
NIL, like what I'm saying. If that happens for you to go somewhere else, that's great. But what I'm saying, Milligan is a great spot. So what made you go there?
So starting like around August, that's when coaches started contacting me. I was talking to like 5 schools, like hard. I'll say William Peace, Brevard,
Mm-hmm.
Berry
William Peace.
College, Milligan, of course, and a little bit of Wingate. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I made that decision because I made the decision early on because just the new environment that we're in, the new climate
Yeah.
of people transferring, all of this and that. I didn't really want to wait on maybe a D2 that don't really believe in me.
Right.
When Milligan, out of the 5 schools, was really on me and they was
Mm-hmm.
showing love. They came out to practices, invited me up there, and I just really felt like the community there was great for me. So I wanted to go ahead and make that decision as quick as possible, and that's what
Right.
I did.
That's great to see and great to hear because for some of the high school recruits out here, this whole landscape is crazy. I'm still in college, been through the college run with the transfer portal, so it's amazing to see how much what NIL has evolved, but it's also put strain on a lot of these kids, like younger guys, because they're trying to come into these as seniors coming into these these programs, and they're not getting the same looks. Like
Right.
I told him the other day he would if he was in my year or a little before, he would have been a bona fide scholarship guy at Division 2 level. Like I mean, he could have went higher than that, but I just knew like he would. Oh, I dropped my mic. Edit that out. But I know he would have been a. He gonna cut that. But he's a bona fide, scholarship talent, and I had when we spoke to his coaches, because I was around the team a little bit. He's like, yeah, because their assistant, Coach Bickerstaff, right? He was
Right.
at Mars Hill.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I don't know why a lot of those guys weren't, showing more interest, but it's just the new age. They're waiting for, the transfer portal guys,
Yep.
and they're waiting for after that it's, JUCO maybe,
Right.
and then prep, and then it's the high school guys,
Right.
and it's unfortunate because some of those guys are, not, and then the extra, the guys that are extra years like myself, that's kind of tight takes it up, but those guys they get the short end of the stick, and
Yeah.
you know this new rule with JUCO, it'll help you
Right.
because you can go develop and it won't count towards your years, get stronger
Right.
physically. But college basketball is getting older.
Right.
NIL, like you got 24, 25, 26 now.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of comments on that, like with Matt Barnes. You know what I'm saying? It's not he pointed out it wasn't our fault, but it was more like the NCAA. You've created this now,
Right.
so it's the money you can retain. You don't have to rush to the league.
Right.
So because like Armando Baycap made 2 million plus, whatever that certain number was. That's insane. Like nobody's going. If you think about it, he goes and gets 2 million. Goes back. If let's say he goes to the G League, which he's in now, he's got to take a pay cut. Like I'm not taking a pay cut. Like I'm make us on 1.5 million more.
Right.
It's crazy. So it's transitioning. Take me through your senior year. How it finished. Obviously I know, but tell the audience how finishing the season with your guys and enjoying your journey, and how were you able to stay present throughout that high school, that high school journey? Because man, it goes fast. It goes
Right.
like that. It's quick. So tell me about that.
It goes fast, man. Senior year,
Enjoy
it
it.
was a roller coaster.
Oh yeah. God dang.
Man,
These
like what,
these guys were
like
funny.
yo,
It's an
like
interesting group.
yes. Being the leader of the group, the leader of the team, I'll say that. It was pretty hard to just keep everybody heads on straight
Right.
and
Managing.
play your best game as well. Like
Right.
you can't really focus on them too much because you gotta show out, unless and if you don't, like your team will lose. So
Right.
it was just crazy for me.
Different
But
role, huh?
yeah, different. Last year, junior year, I hit a plateau like towards the end of conference play, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't do that this year. And even though it didn't really result in wins, I will say I had a pretty good showing the second half of the conference. So it's just a different mindset I tried to, go with, and I felt like, I had a pretty good senior year, I'll say.
You had a great as player of the year. But no, so take me through. So I'm gonna piggyback a little bit. I was around, working out with you guys a little bit when I was coming back from college. Jordan Neville,
Yep.
great guy, great player at Queens right now. Jonah Lawrence, Thomas Bailey. I don't want to forget some of you guys. Braylon,
Brantley,
yeah,
Braylon
Braylon,
too,
Brantley,
because he
yeah.
left.
So take me through that team. You guys are 22-8, if I'm not mistaken, that
Yeah.
year. Hell of a ride. I saw a couple games. You guys had a bunch of shooters out there and good
Yeah.
players. So you guys started like what 5 guards? Like that's
Yeah.
that's some high
I
school
was
stuff.
the big.
Yeah, they got this guy running the big, doing a trail man. So, take me through that. And tell that season, what like those memories you made with those guys, and I'm pretty sure you guys are all close,
Right.
locked in for life, brothers. Take me through that and that season and just the journey you guys went on.
That season was amazing. I wish like parts of it would have been different, but
Yeah.
the way we prepared for the season, the way we executed in the beginning of the season was
Hmm.
just perfect. And I feel like we just had all the pieces to be good, and that's kind of what happened. I started with two of my childhood friends. I knew them since elementary school, and then
That's amazing.
who else? It was Thomas and Jordan starting as well. and I knew them for a couple years. Jordan is great, and
Built
he
the bond.
pushed us.
Yeah,
Thomas is amazing. Character, he keeps us level headed. So it was just a great team. It all pieced together with the right coaching, and it just went well.
that's a great story. A lot of kids, a lot of people don't get to have those, experiences. So like my team when I was at United Faith, a lot of the guys, I played with, I
Mhm.
had been knowing since, elementary to
Right,
middle school. So when we all went together to school, it was, man, it was like a new page in our book every single day.
right.
It was jokes, laughter, like it was everything. Like talk about that high school bond and how what makes high school basketball different. Um, than maybe some of the other levels because college and pros obviously and overseas gets more of a business. Tell me
Right.
like that about that high school bond and that high school team platform. Like what is how why is it so meaningful?
It's just family over there. Like you come in every day, you see each other every day throughout
Mm-hmm.
classes, eat at lunch, and maybe
Go,
hang out
go
after,
to each other's houses.
all that. And it's great to play with them. Uh like pause. I'm sorry.
That was crazy. We're not editing that out.
But it's great to play ball with them, and because we already got the chemistry off the court.
Yeah,
Pause.
y'all
Wait,
playing with each other,
yeah.
huh?
Look, we already got the chemistry on the court because off the court. So it's amazing. It's definitely something I will never forget. With both groups, my group, my freshman and sophomore year, and then
Uh-huh.
my group, my junior and senior year. Those are guys I'll probably talk to for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I mean you're lucky. Like the guys I talk to, what I'm saying. I have a great friend group. You're lucky to get, a lot of people say you're lucky to get. I saw this quote. You're lucky to get, three real friends. I think I saw it in a movie or a
Hmm.
show, and that's true because
Right,
it's like those people you see in high school, you may not see no more after this.
right,
And everybody's gonna go different ways, and that's just how what life takes you. So like you
right.
gotta enjoy every single moment out there, man. I know we just had the senior banquet. How did it make you feel when you saw your well, Coach Grip unfortunately had a stomach bug.
Right.
How was it, with just Coach Buzz, breaking down. He was telling the guys, look, he like he made fun of them because they said they were glazing, and he actually said the words glazing. It was funny when he said it,
I was
and
not expecting to do
yeah, I
that.
wasn't either. And Coach Grip, take me, Coach Grip was a big person in my life, similar to you. I always we worked out every single day,
Right.
believed in me, even when I went to a different school. He was just, a guy I could always count on. So tell me about the relationship with them and just the time and the effort and the, they put into your poured into you as a man, as a player, and just into your game and your life as parents' lives is awesome.
Right. So Coach Grip, he's always been helpful for us. Always looked out. Really never say no to a workout.
No,
He helped me so
and at
much.
5 a.m.
I don't even know where I would even be as a basketball player without him.
Me either.
Um, he just helped me a lot, and even off the court, I'll go with him and watch you play or something
Yeah,
like that. That's a great experience. Um, but yeah, me and my dad, we just like we built a great relationship over the years, and I'm gonna call him, throughout my college career and even
yeah,
after, I'll never forget him. Coach Buzz, he's helped me a lot. I'll say like during school, I see him most during school, and
yeah.
just our relationship is really good as well. And we just it kind of just started around freshman year, and then it just
Hmm.
kept on increasing. And during the banquet, it was crazy for it to all be over and done with.
Yeah, it's like a surreal moment. Like
Yeah,
that's like, dang, this is really over.
yeah. But I'm just happy of what we done out
Yeah,
of the 4 years.
you,
So
you accomplished a lot. A lot of big wins, a lot of everything. So this is my next question. What advice would you give to kids entering high school or just in general who are trying to aspire to have the dreams of playing at the next level?
I'll say don't give up. And I'll say that because a lot of the times we, hear from outsiders,
Hmm.
maybe talk to teammates, friends, and we want to leave the school just because we may not be getting playing time at that moment.
Right.
But if you work hard, show the coach that you're capable, um, I feel like you'll get your time that you'll deserve.
The time will come.
So that's like pretty much the main thing. Keep your head up and just keep on working.
That's a great point. If y'all out there listening, man, this guy started on JV. He didn't do 4 years of varsity, but you see how he grinded. He stuck with it, and then you see where he's at now.
So
All right. Another question. This is going. I want you to think about this a little bit.
Okay.
So my podcast obviously is called Stick to the Point.
Okay.
And when for one reason, me and my friend Tony, my co-host, he was overseas. I'm sorry to not shout you out before. He's in Bosnia right now. He'll be back next week. So I would always, laugh and joke with him, and it'll be almost like a, I'm like, hey, bro, like, stop talking, like, stick to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we doing. Like, what was like? And I thought about that more, and I'm like, what was my stick to the point? It's a great name. Also, I play point guard, and it was like,
Yeah, that's
we're
hard.
sticking with the point. Like, okay, so you go through trials and tribulations in life,
Right.
and you gotta really sit down and like, bro, I'm just gonna stick to the point. I'm gonna keep the main thing the main thing. I'm gonna stay the course, and I'm just gonna keep my head down and keep working. What was your stick to the point moment where you had experienced some unexpected trials and tribulations, where you just had to keep persevering to achieve the level you wanted to get to in college, and how you had to keep faith in God to play a role in that?
Yeah. So all glory to God. He he's helped me for like all like anything
Right.
that everything that I
Yeah.
have. Like all glory to God. It all goes to God. Um, my stick to the point. I'll say my freshman year, and I'll say that because I was just looking at every other freshman
Yeah.
like
Playing on varsity.
playing on varsity and producing numbers. I averaged 2 points.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of comparing myself, and then over the summer I just realized that that wasn't it. Like I
Bro,
gotta be me, and
your race is your race.
right. So I just grinded. I felt like I had things that I needed to work on, so I did that, and I didn't worry about what anybody else had to do, and I just kept the main thing, like as you were saying.
That's big. That's big. And that's in anything. Like when you get to college, you'll see, you know, it may. I mean, I don't know how many guys Milligan's has, but sometimes some environments I've went into, it's 15, 20 guys. You know, one time it was 23 for us. It was crazy.
Wow.
But all great players. College, everybody was the best player or a good player on their high school team.
Mhm.
And so now they're all, you guys are all in one big melting pot.
Right.
So just staying the course is going to be key, um, because it's going to get highs, it's going to be lows, and because it's not always going to. College is up and down. It's a long season, um, and it's stuff that I wish, so I did listen to, but that's the main thing. You just got to really stick to the point and just keep the main thing the main thing. Um, so quick hitters before we get out of here.
All right.
I got a little list for you. What was your favorite game from the season, or just in general? Okay, I'll put it like this: favorite game this season and
And
in your whole career, high school career.
all right. So you probably would guess
Yeah,
this
I
one
know
for the
this, but they
senior.
don't know this.
All right. So it'll be at Providence, last game of the conference.
Oh
What you
yeah,
thought I was gonna
I
say?
thought you was gonna say Indy. I thought you was gonna say Indy. I forgot
Ooh,
about PD.
ooh.
I mean not PD. Providence though. Yeah.
But
Oh, this dude right
I'll
here.
say my favorite, my best
Okay,
game.
individual and team.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do individual and team.
Okay, individual and team. I got you. So individually, my best game I'll say was the last game of this regular season against Providence.
Whew.
Um,
Fuego.
I went into that game just
Whoa, no, you
knowing
got a background. You
I,
gotta
I
take it.
got you, I got you, I
Okay,
got
okay,
you.
okay, okay. I was about to say, you gotta tell the background. Okay, okay.
I went to that game knowing that I needed to produce pretty much,
Yeah.
and what I think Vance and Jordan was out,
Where?
so I just
Yes.
knew I had
Freaking
to,
Jordan buzzer.
I just had to go
I can't
hard.
say what I want to say on camera about you, but you know what I'm saying. I got you. You know.
All right, so before the game started, I'm just trying to get prepared, and I walk in the locker room,
Uh huh.
and one of my shoestring, like the whole shoestring, is off my shoe. Like somebody took my shoestring off my shoe,
That's
and
crazy.
I was just looking for it in the
They say
locker
you
room.
not lacing up
I'm
enough.
saying, and I was just like, it's no way somebody was that hateful to do that. Like,
That
I,
petty.
I was mad. Like, I was mad, but
Like
I
somebody got to get it.
yeah,
Pause.
for pause,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
but
crazy.
I just knew I couldn't really show it to the team that I was mad,
Yeah.
like, cause I was quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. I was quiet anyway,
I already knew. I
but
said, yeah, he about to get to it.
I came out. My shoes looked trash. I had to put black laces in a pink
And you
shoe.
had to wear some smaller shoes too.
I started off wearing smaller shoes. I knew that
Oh
junk
my
couldn't
god,
work.
no,
So
that blisters.
started the game aggressive, and every shot was going in.
That
Like
joint was dropping pop. Like, oh my god.
every
I
shot was
was looking
going
at
in.
coach. I said, "Hey man, like I know this dude can shoot, but hey, he hit like I probably I think he hit. We had maybe 23 as a team, maybe 20, and I think he had 17 out of the 20. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
it was crazy, I'll say.
yeah,
And then like after the first half, they was hyping me up, and I just knew like I had to keep
man,
on
he
putting
came
my
to the
foot on
bench.
the
I felt like
pedal.
I was in the game. I was like, oh my god, like oh, I felt the energy through the building.
Yeah, it was crazy up in there. I wish it was packed. If it
Oh
was
my god,
packed out,
and it was a senior night.
hell yeah.
Oh
So I
my
was
god,
happy we beat them.
yeah.
But as a team, I have to go with senior night. Indy, like
Indy,
it was crazy. Like all like
yeah.
that was like one of my favorite games because I wasn't struggling, but I wasn't doing much.
At
And
first, right?
you're right. And for us just to stick as a team, and
And we
we
didn't have
all
buzz, did we?
nope,
Nope.
we stuck as a team, and we just we went hard, and we ended up winning.
Shout out
Like
James McGyver and Nixon for that game though.
yes,
That was
yes,
they played a hell
and
of a game.
Braylon, can't forget about
Oh yeah,
Braylon.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah,
big
Bray.
buckets, big buckets.
Most improved. My God, he just won that. Shout out to
Yeah,
Bray. Um,
so
yeah,
that
that
was
was a good game.
crazy. I mean, it was a dream come true. Like winning against they was like what
With number one,
rank.
it was top 10 in the
Yeah, they was
state.
top 10 in the
Yeah,
state.
they went. They did. They made a deep playoff run too
Right,
this year.
right. So for us to beat them, it was just a great experience. I'll say
That helped us a lot
a
too,
lot.
confidence wise, everything.
Yes, everything.
Um, maybe what was your favorite game from that 22-8 season?
I'll
Y'all had a
say,
few because I remember Jordan hit a game winner at Sun
oh
Valley.
wow.
Um,
You want me to go individual and team again?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I'll say individually, I will say I will say Catholic at home. That game I hit five
Mm.
threes and I hit the last two
Y'all
buckets
had
to
some
ice it.
shooters that year.
Yeah, we was going crazy. Jordan ended up showing up late, but I had to start the game
He
off
was late. How was he late?
like not showing up late. I'm talking about
Oh, I'm about to say.
points wise.
Oh,
Like
okay, okay.
so they was face guarding him and stuff. So I was pretty much open, and I developed the confidence to shoot it and knock it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a team, man, I wish we would have won conference.
Y'all had that. Who won it?
Uh,
Indy.
it was Catholic, but
Oh,
it's because we lost to Providence, which is crazy.
oh, the last game.
Yep.
It was. Oh, that it was lit.
As a team,
Oh, Grip was pissed. I know he was pissed.
as a team, I'll go with India at home again because that's
Yeah,
when
I did.
Jonah
Yeah.
made that
Oh,
three
I saw.
to
I was
win.
at college when I seen that. I saw that thing.
It was so
Little
deep
step
in
back.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it was so crazy.
To
That
the
was a
right.
crazy
Yeah.
experience, man. So those two for sure.
That's wild. Yeah, I remember that season because I was around you guys a lot, and I think I remember when I worked out with. I came back for Christmas break. I think we worked out together. That was our first time I think working out together.
Mm,
I'm like, Grip, who is like this kid? Like, I didn't know you that much at the time.
yeah,
And that's when I really said, oh, that's Ahmari. I was like, I could tell, like, I've been around basketball enough to where, like, I can know. Like, you can tell. Like, you can go in the gym and tell who can play,
mm,
how they're playing,
right,
you know what I'm saying? How they move. You
right,
can tell, like, who's been around ball. And so when I first saw you, I'm like, Grip, I don't know if I told you this before. I was like, Grip, he could be a really good player. I was like, cause he's like, yeah, he just need to get his confidence. Like, that's why I told him. I could tell by the way you shoot, you got
right,
good mechanics and stuff. And so it was like, Grip, he can be really good. So yeah, he's gonna be good. Like that's what he was telling me. And Buzz was like, yeah, Mars gonna be pretty good. And so, but like
yeah,
the way like you blossom now into that role of like what you were this year, it was fun to see, man. Cause like I saw it, and it was like for it to come to fruition, like cause you put in the work. You know what I'm saying? So it was great to see. Um,
yeah. Shout out to you, man.
appreciate it.
One thing I'll say, like I've never really told this story before, and I
Oh,
was thinking about telling it on a banquet, but
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
the speeches were so short. I didn't
Oh
want
my
to
god. And
go
then
deep.
Buzz was going, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you was there or not, but I know the coaches they had a meeting with me
Uh huh.
my sophomore year, and they pretty much brought me in. It was like I see you as a 1,000 point scorer.
Wow.
And when they told me that, I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Like I'm not even at 200 points yet. You're talking about 1,000 points."
Yeah.
But that just shows they believed in me before I even really believed in myself like that.
And that's the
And
key, man.
it's just I was just blessed to be in that situation.
And that just goes to show like being in the right program. Um, shout out to people who like shout out to East Meck program, but like people who want to are looking for a high school that are good and like you know what I'm saying need a good place to come to. This is a great place. Like
Right,
we look to develop as a man first, and then you know what I'm saying as a player. But those
right,
guys, Grip used to tell me the same thing. He believed in me before I believed in myself, and like I saw this quote with KD. Um, used to work out like a madman.
right.
People know me. I work out a lot. You work out a lot.
Yeah,
We get up early still now and go to the gym at 5. Thursday workout was crazy, but grip you hell for that one. But yeah, that was crazy. Anyways, I had to touch on that. And we was running and shit. I mean, let me stop cussing. I'm trying to just cuss on it. Like, no, hey, but no, because like he believed in me before I, like, you know what I'm saying, and probably you as well.
Yeah, of
And
course.
he was like, and KD was like, man, I worked out as a madman, but I didn't believe I was good yet, and all my friends were still better than me. Like, that belief goes a long way. Just having a confidence, man, that's still something you're always gonna struggle with sometimes. Like, I struggle with it still, but it's like having confidence in yourself is huge.
Yeah,
So
I'll say Grip was probably the first coach to be like, if you don't shoot the ball, I'm gonna
coming out,
sit you.
yeah,
Like
and was dead
what? Like
ass, and was dead
so.
ass about it.
Yeah, I mean, Grip had a lot of confidence in me as well. Just shout out to all them coaches, man,
Yeah,
for
I
real.
remember one time he told me, like, before I left Huff, he was like, and nobody knows this, and I don't care if people, say something about it, but like, he saw me as used to tell Coach Group, who used to be the coach at East Mac, that was my coach with Buzz and Grip, that I was gonna be, a certain point per game scorer and be good and all this other stuff, and I didn't even see it yet because like I'm coming off sophomore junior year, like not really doing too much. So it's like, but I was worked hard. Everybody saw that, so he believed in me. Next question. And this is no glaze to anybody in Charlotte. This is just we're just calling talent.
All right.
And you're done now. So top 5 players in basketball, in Charlotte basketball in high school, all time and currently.
Like all time as far
Like,
as
okay, you could take it back to like, I don't know if you know this is. You know who Jamie Skeen is?
nah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I
Uh,
probably gotta go 10
okay.
years and up.
You know Davion Mintz.
Yeah, I know Davion
Okay,
Mintz.
obviously. Okay.
But like I don't know how he was in high school.
Okay.
Though.
We'll do current.
All right, current.
Yeah, this landscape right now.
So
Top
like
5 in Charlotte.
like the people that's still in high
But you gotta
school.
put yourself in there
People that's still in high school.
and graduate. That was seniors
And
this year.
okay,
Or about to graduate. Both.
that's about to graduate.
All of them.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. I go with you said add me.
You. Yes.
Yup. I got
So for the people,
I
it
got
don't gotta be no
Chad.
order.
No
Chad.
order. No
Okay.
order. I got Brett Freeman. Tough.
Yeah, he
Bucket.
did. He had a hell of a year.
Trying to think.
Every conference next year.
Dang.
You
This is
said
low key
so.
hard.
You said
I
Chad
said
and Brett,
Chad, Brett.
yourself, and 2 more.
I got Marcus Kerr.
Chambers. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he had a good
Um,
year.
and I'm putting my boy Jordan Buzz. I'm putting my boy Jordan Buzz.
Buzz,
Yeah.
Buzz. Tell me
Yeah.
about Buzz. Tell me about our relationship. Just how good he can be
Yeah.
in the situation. I mean, how can he tap into more of himself?
Yeah. Man, so I knew Buzz forever, low key. Like,
Yeah.
but we really started getting closer when we started working out, uh, having AAU practices like our 8th grade year.
Team Hope.
Yep.
Yep.
And so I saw him blossom. He was like short at the time, really didn't do nothing but shoot,
Hmm.
but his mindset was weak.
Yeah.
And over the years, I seen his mindset grow and grow and grow. He's 6'9" now, and he's developing a motor. So
Athletic as all get out.
right, so just
Bunch of
keep on
potential.
encouraging him and keeping his confidence high is all he needs, and then he's straight after
Sky's
that.
the
Man.
limit for
Yeah,
you.
for real, man.
Okay. Number 3. We'll challenge you a little bit. Most underrated player in Charlotte or the whole state of North Carolina. Most underrated.
Most
A guy who
underrated.
may not get the most love, but he can hoop. If you go to open gym, he'll be like, "Hey, bro, you gotta tell you, like, hey, you gotta lock in. He actually can hoop. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he played high school, and he was a good player. May not get all the love all the time, but he's a good
Right.
player.
Let me think. Let me think. Dang, this hard. It's a hard question.
Yeah, I gotta make you think a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the schools.
Okay, you got. Let's see. North and Chambers, they got good players.
Right.
They were Final Four. Lake Norman.
I got one.
Okay.
I got two.
Go ahead.
Can I do
Yeah,
that?
do two.
I got Miles Leaks for Carmel,
Cool. Yeah, I did see him play. He was pretty good.
and then I got Dason Petty.
Dason Petty, where you go?
He go to Christ School. They just won the chip. He was a big factor, number 4.
Okay, yeah, he plays for that. So that the high school coach, that was my high school coach at United Faith.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, Josh Coley. Shout out to you. You just won a state chip back to back 2 or 3 years. Nice job on that. Number 4. Okay, see, we were supposed to do this interview a long time ago, but freaking Jordan Buzzard is so hard to get up with, man. I swear, but it's okay.
Bro, I think he in Charlotte right now.
Yeah, he probably is. Oh my god, I'm gonna get him. But anyway, this was supposed to be a question about. We already know who won the state championship. Now it was North Mac. But it
Right.
was. I was gonna ask who was gonna win the state championship at the time,
Okay.
since we were no longer competing because we lost to Watauga,
So
whatever. But North won. But who at that time? Who did you think was gonna win?
at that time, is it before Lake Norman's
Yes,
whatever?
before Lake Norman
I
State.
thought Lake Norman was gonna take it.
Yes,
But if like what happened, I thought North Meg was gonna win if Lake Norman just wasn't able to play.
I thought that was gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
I thought those would be the two teams that made up the Final Four.
But ain't gonna lie,
Chambers almost
when
did it
when
though.
North played what was it? Who they played in the championship?
New Hanover,
New Hanover. I thought New Hanover was gonna win.
because they jumped up. They jumped out on them
They jumped out on them. But even before that, like I feel like they was just more. They had more depth on their
because
team.
Isaiah wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
true.
then like they just, in my opinion, I didn't feel like they played smart basketball. I don't know if you watched it, but it was
North, yeah.
it was just both teams. It was pick and rolls and isos the whole
Yeah,
second
but they
half.
got North. Sometimes they kind of got the players for that.
Yeah. North is good at doing that.
Yeah.
New Hanover, they was missing a lot. I just felt like they could have did a
They
better
played
job.
into their hands because
Yeah.
North likes to play fast and press anyway.
Right.
So you playing a one-on-one is not gonna.
But they made the big buckets to win that game, Chad and them. So
Yeah, they did. They did. We just scrimmaged them for the year, and it's crazy because we actually played good. It was just those guys looked like Alabama the other night, and they just hit
for
25
real,
threes. I
for
swear.
real, like those were like the worst two games in my life. Not in my life, but like those were
Yeah.
bad games. My girl was there like for the first time, and she see me get smacked by 40. Like what? It was just
Hey
bad.
man, it's okay. If your girl really your girl. If she see
Yeah,
you
she
win and
ain't
you
care though.
lose,
She
like you
ain't
know what I'm
care though.
saying. And if you have a good game or a bad game, that's
Yeah.
really who your girl gonna be.
Facts.
Number 5, I'm gonna dip into the music world a little bit. Favorite song and favorite artist that you listen to the most
All right, so that changes all the time for me.
currently within right now.
I be I'll go with Drake.
Okay, good. I like Drake and J Cole. Drake,
You
it's
said
not
good.
about me, but Drake and J Cole, my guys.
But yeah, I'll go with Drake. I really messed with his last album. I was listening to that when I was coming up here, so I'll go with Drake.
Nukia, what is it?
No, Kid, it's all right. But I like the
It's a
deeper
club song.
ones. Like I like the little R&B, little singing
Uh huh.
Johns. You know what I'm saying? Even though I can't sing, like
Yeah, no, I
I
can't
mess
either.
with it though. Like so, I'll go with Drake. And
Okay.
then what's your question? You said favorite song
Favorite song?
right now?
Yes.
I'm gonna give it to the underground. You probably won't even like this, but "Love" by Che. He just came out with it. That's
Hey,
my
no
favorite
offense,
song
bro.
right
I
now.
don't know who you are. I really don't listen to underground. But hey.
Underground. He big though. Like he's
I'm gonna
big.
tap
Man.
in though, since my man say you know what I'm saying he like your music. I'm gonna tap in.
Yeah.
Shout out to you though. All right, all right. So we're down to the Elite Eight, March Madness, step into the college basketball
Yeah.
realm. Who do you have? So let's see, final 8 teams. Let's list them out.
Right.
As of right now, it's
Alabama,
Duke, Michigan State won last night.
We got Auburn, right?
Auburn and Houston. What's that? 5?
Yeah.
Who else?
Oh.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. I don't
6.
even watch them.
No, I don't. No more. Who's 2 more? I'm tripping. I can't. What in the world? We said Duke,
They
right?
playing tonight. They got to be playing
Yeah.
tonight.
They are.
Let me see.
Duke, Auburn,
Duke,
Michigan
Auburn,
State, Texas Tech, Houston,
Florida,
Florida, um,
Tennessee.
Tennessee. There's one more.
Houston. You said Houston already, though,
Okay,
right?
7 or 8, whatever. All right. Who do you have moving on? Who do you have in your Final Four?
My Final Four.
Yes.
All right, let me look at this again. All right, so I got my favorite 2 teams, low key, is Alabama and Duke. So
And they play tonight.
I'm just ready for that to happen.
That's
like,
tonight.
But I've been a blue blood Duke
Okay,
fan
so you got
forever,
Duke.
so I gotta go Duke.
Okay.
I got Florida beating Texas Tech.
I do too. I wanted Arkansas to win so bad.
Yes.
They tricked the game off.
I mess with Arkansas
Yeah, I do
like
too.
heavy. Like I like
They finally got
their
healthy.
players, man. Yeah, because
Jonas,
Bookie came back.
Yeah, Jonas from he played around here at Liberty Heights, so yeah, he was pretty good.
And then I low key want Tennessee to win,
But
but I don't know how that matchup's even gonna
they
look
play
like.
somebody big tonight. Is it Houston?
They play Houston.
That's 2 tough defensive teams.
And then I got Auburn
So
against Michigan State.
Okay, so you got Auburn, Duke, uh,
Tennessee,
Tennessee, and
Florida.
Florida in the Final Four.
Yep.
Okay, who's going to the national championship?
Duke. Wait, who's playing each other? If
So it'll be Duke and I think Tennessee. Yes.
Duke and Tennessee playing against each other?
Yeah.
So I got Duke for that, and then Florida and Florida and Auburn.
Yes.
So I got Duke and Auburn.
And rematch last year. As a child, Isaiah Evans, he came in and changed the game for them boys at the crib at Cameron Indoor.
Yeah.
What do you see in that game? Do you see, it's at a neutral site. So who do you got in that game? You think Duke's gonna come out on top, or you think Auburn is gonna? Auburn has too much, and we
I
got too
want to
hot headed
be
for
a
a playing game.
fan, but Auburn been they both been playing great basketball lately.
Great bump.
I don't even know. Like I
Because the
may go
last
Duke.
time, Auburn really didn't like lose that bad.
Oh,
It's
Gary,
just they had it got hot and they were at the crib. It's hard to beat Duke at the crib. So.
right? I don't know. Like I like both teams. I like Broom, of course, but my man's Tahad is
He's killing.
going crazy right now.
He is
Freshman. I like Concanepple on Duke. Tyrese
very
Proctor.
solid.
Uh,
All
all
three
those
very solid.
guards I'll be looking at like to try to better my game. So I just want a great match. I really don't know who can win.
That'll be smooth. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
I think that's,
I don't want it to be a bad game.
Yeah, I don't either. Um, this would be good. Top five dinner guests, dead or alive.
So what?
Top five dinner guests, dead or alive.
Dinner guest?
Yes. Top five dinner guests, dead
All
or
right,
alive.
so
Could be famous, whatever.
You see,
Yeah, that's
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny.
All right, so I'll go with Michael Jackson. I grew up a Michael
Uh-huh.
Jackson fan.
Michael Jackson be good.
Um, I want to be like smart. Like I want to get some
Yeah.
type of entrepreneur. So
Uh-huh.
this may be a crazy take.
Okay, let's
What's
hear it.
dude that he
Don't say no,
on
like
Twitter? He on X?
Musk.
Musk. I want to see how he like.
You can go ahead. See.
Yeah, that's a crazy take, but
Yeah.
I'll go him.
Yeah.
LeBron James
Okay.
all day. You know what I'm
You
saying?
glazing, but yes.
That's my sunshine.
Yeah.
I got Steph
Great one. Great take. I like that. You
because
made up for Musk.
so those I'll go with another dead person. I'll say who has died that I don't even know. I want to sit down with Barack Obama.
That'd be cool.
Now Musk and Barack Obama, I don't know how that's.
I don't know
go,
how that's gonna
but,
work. That dynamic.
but I'll go with Barack, even
Okay,
though he
that'd be cool.
he ain't
That'd be cool.
passed alive. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be definitely cool. All right. Top five all time NBA.
MJ.
MJ is a one.
No order.
You gonna lie,
No order.
I don't
No
understand.
order. No
Okay,
order.
no order.
All right.
Say him first, real quick.
LeBron.
Okay,
Right?
that's two.
Wait, okay, I'm gonna do it like
It sounds
this.
like an order.
I'm gonna go point guard, shooting guard, small forward.
Bet, I like that.
Center.
I like that. Good job.
I got Curry at the one. Now I know old heads, Magic Johnson, you know what I'm saying, but
Boy, Magic.
he won't even doing all that. I got Steph though. At my two, I got MJ. And Kobe is a strong second, but I can't put him in. I got LeBron at my three. Tim Duncan at my four.
Mr. Fundamental. I like that.
And y'all ain't gonna like me for this one either. I got Shaq.
I was gonna say Shaq. I like that.
But people be saying like
He's
Bill
dominant.
Russell, Kareem.
I feel it, but
Nah.
Shaq is Shaq.
Yeah, like he was
Kareem is
dominant
Kareem,
player ever.
And look, he struck fear into people's heart, bro. They had to change rules because of dude.
For real, that's what I'm saying.
All right, this is the moment of truth. We're gonna figure out who your favorite player is. Favorite player of all time.
Favorite player of all time.
Yep. I'll do Eras.
Eras. Okay, let's do Eras.
We'll do.
Where we starting from?
We start in. Let's go like Mike and them era.
Okay.
Then we'll go. 2010s, and then we'll go now.
All right. So, favorite player from Mike era.
Oh, one more thing. Your MVP for this year.
In the league right now?
Yes.
Shea get us out of center. Like
Shea, I like that.
He deserve it. Like
he do.
I'm tired of Jokic winning. Even though he be going crazy.
Look,
though.
He makes me feel like he's ungrateful for this award.
He is though,
he
like
is.
by the stuff he's
like,
saying.
it's too easy.
Yeah,
like oh
Shea, like he been team is what they still number one, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So
they probably got that a lock. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like they've been going crazy. Now for the errors, I go with Mike in the Mike era.
Mike.
2010s.
That's like '03.
Favorite player?
Yeah.
I'll probably go Kobe or
Ooh.
Tracy McGrady.
T Mac is
Like
tough.
they both
Vince
buckets.
was tough too. You know they cousins.
Vince,
That's crazy.
yeah, that is crazy. So I'll probably go
That's tough.
Kobe.
Cole.
2010s favorite player, I gotta go Curry. I was a big Curry fan. I know.
Uh-huh.
What you gonna say, LeBron?
Uh-uh.
What you gonna
Oh,
say,
Curry.
KD? Oh,
No,
okay,
Curry.
okay, okay. So I go with Curry, and then now I'm biased for sure.
So you gonna
This
say
is
Shaq?
not the best player,
Oh, who you gonna
so
say?
I'll say like Ant. That's my favorite player, or
I'm not
like
mad at
Devin
that.
Booker.
I'm not mad at those takes though. That's not bad
Those two
takes.
are my favorite players in
Definitely
the
top
league right
five.
now.
I don't know about one, but I'm not mad at that take. I'm not mad. All right, that's how we're gonna end the pod off, man.
All right.
Look, when you leave East Mecklenburg,
Mm-hmm.
what would you want your classmates, faculty, friends, teammates, coaches, and family, etc., to remember you not only as a basketball player, but as a person, as a man, and whole?
I'll say that I was always positive. I always was uplifting towards my teammates, towards what was going on, like what situation was going on. Always laughing, always smiling, and just pretty much a fun soul. That's like the top things that I want people to say about me.
My man, I appreciate you, Ahmari Hicks.
Thank you, man.
It's been a pleasure having you. Stick to the point. We'll be right back.
Yes,
Episode 3
sir.
soon.
Yes, sir. That was good.